Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC, and to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And Bryant's got it over the middle. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. The fullback Janovich on the handoff. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. To throw on third down, Webb. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. first down carry here for Johnson. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Johnson. A beautiful fake. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 3rd down, Webb. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On first down, Rodgers. There he goes inside the 30. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bryant. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The play clock's running down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's Hill, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And the back goes into motion. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Packers. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out now come the Redskins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 50, 30, 10. Touchdown, Washington. David Johnson, 75 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping him.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Rodgers now on first down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. In motion, Hill. They'll run it now out of the gun. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, that's Stevens. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. And his kick is right through. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On first down, it's Webb. He gets it left side to Johnson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 46. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this will be taken at the 13. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. That's Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 4 yards remaining now on second down. Now Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Rodgers now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On second down, Webb. Looking long for Thomas. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Thomas, the intended target. Third down here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing on third and long. Webb. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They run. It's Johnson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But over...
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
26.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Out left side here to Bryant. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Ryan Kerrigan from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Here's Rodgers looking to throw on second down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And some room to maneuver.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Webb now from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Oh, design run for their wideout. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is knocked down from the side. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, Webb. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Thomas, 51 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. J.J. Nelson now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Hey, 88, 88, line left.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Throwing now is Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Play clock winding down. Rodgers going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
319.
Now Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jonathan Allen able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all along. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation. But my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the press, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, This is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Now to return, this is David Johnson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that may do it for this NFC title game. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.